from this one. We have completed this major components and connections. Okay, how exactly this connectors has happened and connection types we have completed, correct? So license types also yesterday we discussed. If you are remember, there is a three different license types are there. One is like Power BI free, Power BI premium, or premium licenses and all. We already discussed this one thing, right? Pro, premium, and generational type. And if we discuss like modelings, and we will discuss now. Okay. So let's see. Now we'll discuss the gateways. Okay. So this is the one thing. Gateway. Anybody know what is a gateway?
No.
That's good. Okay. So let me give you a context, guys. Okay. First of all, I just want to give a context why the gateway is coming to the picture. For that, I need to give you some more information to you. Okay. There is a two different types of, okay, not one, two different types of environmental storage is there. The storage environment, like if you remember, and everybody knows that basically. So one is on premises, which is your local system, maybe your server system, maybe it's depending on this local connectivity systems and all. Okay. So this is like on premises. Let me go to the 16 and work on the on premises. Okay. So this on premises is basically works on Suji, customer Suji, Suji, customer Suji. Yes, I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
నా ఆఫీస్ కాల్లో ఉన్నా నేను చేస్తా ఆఫీస్ కాల్లో ఉన్నా సరే సరేలే okay. So if you can understand this simply, the one thing on premises is your local system, guys. And guys, if I cut off like something, there's a network issues are going on. Please let me know immediately. You're not audible like something. Okay, I lost you in between 2 minutes like something. Yeah. So on premises servers are like, okay, basically servers, you can say the environments or anything that is related to the on premises level. So on premises is like your local systems, right? So your local laptops, your hard drives, where you are keeping your all data and storage into the particular environment. Right? But there's one more introduced in recent times, it means that last 10 years, that is a cloud. Okay, cloud environment is one thing that you can kind of count on, like you don't need to purchase the storage, you don't need to purchase the servers, it's everything with them. You just need to manage what is required, basically what is required to you. Okay. So how it is exactly required to you, how is exactly, kind of work with you and all, everything need to be managed by you. It has to be managed by you. Okay. So this is the cloud environment, this basic cloud environment, to be frank. Okay. So now the point is here, right? These two things, cloud have a separate connectors, on premises has a separate connectors. I can directly connect the cloud because Power BI desktop is your on premises, your local. Power BI service, if you remember, I told you, right? Power BI service is one of the thing that you can count on particular things and see that, right? So there is a Power BI services. Power BI service is a one thing that is like you can connect to all the cloud environments. Remember, guys, Power BI service. This statement is very usual. Power BI service will connect all resources says without gateways. Without gateways. Okay, this is the one thing basically. This is the Power BI cloud level. For cloud, you don't need any gateways. Okay, I'll tell you what is a gateway and all. For on premises, it means that if system wanted to access your local data, that need permission from you along with the connector. Okay, that need a permission for you along with the connectors, right? So what is the basically what is the gateway? Let me explain you what is the gateway actually. Right, this is a gateway. Second, let me increase the font size. If it comes to the gateway, guys, the gateway acts as a bridge. Okay, gateway acts as a bridge between Power BI cloud. Okay, gateway acts as a cloud between Power BI services. Okay, sorry, my bad. It's not as a cloud, it's a bridge. Okay, so bridge between Power BI service, which is a cloud, and any on-premises services. Any on-premises services. You might think that connector is also the same word. Connector is only for that particular environmental access. Okay, if you want to connect SQL, your organization is to be for this particular on that particular environment only. To refresh the data, it's not like to only gateways are only for the refreshing the data, connecting real time and refreshing the data, not to connect and import the data. So two different things that should import the data and connect the data all together. Okay. Even Gaurav? Even Amma? కొన్ని ఫ్యాన్సీలో ఉన్నాయి కదా పట్లంగాలు. ఓకే సరే సార్. So gateway is basically to refresh the data. Basic need is refresh the data, not to connect the data, guys. So it's like I have my own Power BI desktop. Okay, I have all the connectors in my Power BI desktop. Correct. When I push this to the Power BI services, there is a no connectors allows to the Power BI services. So for that, you need a gateway to refresh the data regularly. If I publish it, right, you don't refresh automatically. You have to schedule it. You have to refresh that. To connect in the cloud environment, you need a gateways there. So it's a act as a bridge between cloud to on premises. Remember, only for on premises. Okay, only for on premises, you need a gateway. For cloud to cloud, you don't need any gateway. Okay, so there is a two types of gateways are there. One is the personal gateways. Second one is the enterprise level gateways. Okay, enterprise level gateways. Sorry, this is wrong. Enterprise level gateways. Okay, so this is the one thing that you, yeah, this is the one thing that you all the time is connecting like 2 gateways or 3 gateways, 4 gateways. If you have personal gateway is the one thing, guys, that you are purchasing a bridge and you are working with that. And enterprise level, which is your organizational, okay, which is your organizational gateway, it will allow. The change is like personal gateway connect only one source to work on. Enterprise level gateways will work on multiple sources in the multiple differential dimensional ways. Okay, so personal gateway is it's on your name. Like Yadu created one personal gateway. It's on the Yadu's gateway. Okay, enterprise level it will be different. And the personal gateway only works on your authentication, not with the any other things. Okay, that's all the time. Personal gateways all the time works on your own authentication. Okay, remember that. So that's a key thing that's all the time, remember in our way, like, okay, this is how exactly this works, right? So any questions on this, guys?
No. No.
Okay. Yeah. Are you saying something? Okay. Right. So now we understand these types and we understand these things. Okay. So let's go to the visuals then. Okay. Visual understanding. So what is one by one visual and what exactly this visual goes with that? Today's is major topic about this visuals. How many types of visuals are there? Okay. So how many types of visuals we are using? One thing, purpose of the visuals. Second thing, okay, purpose of the visuals. And let's try with that how exactly this visual work. Right? How many types of visuals are there, guys? So if you're a statistical person or if you're having any kind of representational subject in your MS or in BTech level, you allow all these things actually. Okay. So these are the your build. If I unclick this, you can see these all things are there. Let me go with the one thing. One is like bar charts. Second one is a column charts. Okay. Basically, these two are the same. Sorry. These two are the same. Bar charts and column charts both are absolutely same, but there is a some small things are there. We'll understand it. Next one is that line charts. Okay. Next one is that pie charts. Maybe some of the advanced things will come into the picture, guys. Like what exactly these pie charts, maybe advanced pie charts. It means that the visual level looks better, but ultimately it's a pie chart. Okay. You feel that, okay, this is changing 2 dimension, changing 3 dimensions, two coming 3 or 4 colors. No, ultimately it's a pie chart only. You have an additional option in that. That's it. Okay, if one pie chart having a 2 options, the other visually having a 4 or 5 options, it doesn't mean that you're going to be change that name. That remain the pie chart only. Okay. So these are the bar charts, column charts, line charts, pie charts, donut charts. Okay, donut charts, tree map. Okay, tree map, table and matrix. Sorry, table and matrix. Okay. Next, it comes to the map visuals, cards and KPIs. Map visuals, cards and KPI visuals. So we're discussing about the purpose, guys. Why these visuals are there when you wanted to use these visuals and all. Waterfall chart and funnel chart. Waterfall chart, funnel chart. Maybe that's the reason I'm not showing any visuals to you. First, you have to understand this name, then we can go it. In YouTube, people have different understanding with that. But let's go with these small things only. Okay. Right. I'll give you one small table as well in this. Okay. So how did this exactly works? Okay. I'll give you a single line of things and single line I'll also write and I'll share one table to you as well for the future purposes if you wanted to build a visuals in future and if you're kind of in a dilemma. First, let's go to the one by one bar chart. Okay. So bar chart and column charts. Two things, guys, not one, two things are the same. The purpose of bar charts and column charts are compare the categorical data to compare one to each other. Okay. So how it is exactly looking? If you see, this is the bar chart for me. Okay. In the page 3, this is the bar chart for me. Okay. So bar chart, column charts, both are same. If you see, this is the stacked bar chart and this is the stacked column chart. It is just changing vertical to horizontal, horizontal to vertical. There's nothing difference in these two. Okay. These two are identically comparing categorically. For example, 5 to 13, what is the change? 13 to 38, what is the change? 38 to 11, what is the change? How exactly you are comparing to the each value? Okay, male to female, if you want to comparison something. Okay, rivers to oceans, if you want to comparing something. Okay, so how exactly you are comparing one to other, business to business, like that. So it's a comparison of the data. Be frank, it's a comparing categorical data in simple terminology. Comparing categorical data. Okay. This is the comparing categorical data. How exactly you're going to be compare this data, right? So next is comes to these two are the same guys. Comparison of these two things like comparison, you give the rankings, for example, sales per region. For each region you are comparing. Okay, product by sales, which product is happened. For example, you have a pen, pencil, book, rubber, and eraser and all, right? So if you go to the one by one, 4 products are there, 4 products are sales are there. So we are comparing each product exactly how it is working. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, you are comparing there basically. So there's a comparison between one to other, right? So these two things are the majorly comparison between these two and how exactly this is going to be worked out. Right? Any question on the bar charts, guys?
No.
Okay, this is the two. One more thing is there, guys. Stacked bar chart, stacked column chart, clustered bar chart, clustered chart. These things. Okay. If I give this is the stacked one. Stacked means the data will be compared in the numbers. Okay. And the same thing if you see clustered, this is will be in a percentages. For example, in a similar way, here also you see 100% stacked bar chart, 100% stacked column chart. Okay. So this only the differentiation is two things. One is that percentage value. If you want to go with a stacked bar chart, you can see 100%. And clustered and bar is like, for example, let me come. Two things are there. Two categories are there. One is a stacked, one is a clustered. For example, this is we use the stacked. And y-axis, you have it two values. Yes. One is sorry, only one value. That is sum of regular sales unit. I want to use one more here. If I use one more, if you can, understand the data here, right, guys? If I understand this data here, it is showing in the same bar as a two categorical way. Stacked is all about showing the same bar with a multiple values. That's how the stacked works actually. Okay. Right. So if I go to the clustered one, clustered shows one by one. Okay. Let me go to the, sorry guys. Let me go to the clustered one. Clustered shows one by one. Look at this. This is again a different bar. This is, if you have a 20 values, it shows the 20 bars. That's how the clustered works. Stacked one bar, 20 different dimensions will shows in the cluster bar. These two there, two differentiations are there. Sorry guys. Yeah. Okay. If you have a 3 values, the bar will split into 3 different colors. 4 values, 4 different colors. Let me show that to you. 4 values, 4 different colors. 5 values, 5 different colors. If I change this to the sorry, yeah, clustered, then it is like 4 different bars together. Okay. It's similarly the same way. Let me remove other 4. So you can see like this. If it is a clustered or 1 or 2 value, it looks on a big bar, and this is like how it is exactly. Okay. One value is same bar in the stacked and clustered. Okay. You can repeat that. I'm repeating the statement. Stacked bar. If you have a multiple values has to be shown in the stacked bar, it will be one bar splitted by different values. Okay. Based on that category value. But if it goes to the clustered one, clustered will split by bars itself. For each value, you will get a new bar. Okay. So any questions on these two guys?
No.
Okay. So next one is the line charts. Harika, you're good?
Yeah.
Yadu?
Yeah.
Harika, Yadu, you guys are good? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
Now, this is the line charts. Okay. So this is a line charts if it comes, right? Track the changes over the time or the trends. For example, a date. Last 6 months records if you want to change it. Track the data over the time. Track the data over the time. Last 6 months, January, February, March, April, like this. If you wanted to track the records, okay, that will be, you can see it. May, June, July, August, September, how the trend is going. Okay, June I have a huge sales. July, almost February I was fell down. Or if you go to the reverse, January, February, March, April, May. So this is how this exactly works. Okay. So this is like I'm showing this line chart. Boss, you are going up or you are going down. You can just show the trend. We call it as a trend, how the trend is going on. Whether we are having a profits, whether they have a losses, but it's a time frame. Okay. Over the time frame only, we can see the data. Okay. So there's a track the data over the times. Okay. Next is a pie chart. Pie and donut. Remember, these two are the same things. Show proportion of data or percentage of the data. Show proportion of the data. Proportion of or percentage of data. So it is like one to each other. Okay, it is one to each other actually. Like you have a two values. What is it is per proportionate? If okay, Archana and Yadu did 100 sales. Okay, they both as a team did 100 sales. I want to see who did the best. What I'm doing, I have to split their sales based on their individuality. So the proportion. Archana, sorry, not Archana. Harika did 70, okay, and Yadus did 30 or 40 or 50. 30 is right, 100 to 30, right? 70 to 30. So 70% is by Harika, 30% is by Yadu. This is the proportionate changes we are doing it here in the pie chart or the donut chart. If you see this one. So here's the one thing. If you see gross amount by scenario ID is 49.16 and the other thing is 50.84. You can see in the bracket, there's a proportionate. Okay, among the two values, among the three values, among the four values, if you want to change something as a geographical value or a demographical values, how exactly these things are splitted. So you can check that. Okay. This is the pie chart, how the data will be splitted by demographical values. Like, for example, let's assume, okay, in the study, okay, in the study scenarios, how many males as having the ranks, how many females as a good marks, how exactly these ranks are distributed among that. If you see, right, 10th result or 12th results comes, you can see this. And the state wise as well. If you have a 27 states, 28 states in India, each state, what is the proportion, how exactly this is going on, correct? So this is the proportion of the data which compare into one to each other. Pie charts and the donut charts are the same. If I can choose a donut chart here, I can choose, sorry, I can choose my donut chart. This is how it is looks. Okay. So this is donut. Nothing is changing. There's only the visual is changing. Okay. The scenario, how you do it, it will remain the same. So any questions on this, guys?
No.
No.
Madhava?
No.
Okay. Right. So this is comes to the proportion of changes. Next is the tree map. If you wanted to see the data and nested rectangles, this is very, very, you know, I don't think so. Few people only this is using, and this is not using to be shown as a data. This has been a from huge visualization purpose. You don't need to use the tree map in the real time. Nested rectangles. Okay, so let me show this. Sorry. Okay, let me show this to you. Nested rectangle is in the stems. If you say this is the one. Okay, I have this one, and I just wanted to see my wait. Yeah, each month I'm just giving the category is my month and some of regular amount in my details and some of this thing is in my value. Look at this, guys. This is each proportionate value. It comes to the similar way.
ఒకసారి చూపెట్టారా
నా 3-in-1, 2-in-1 కుర్తాస్ ఉంటుంది చూపెట్టు. పాపకు బాబులకా లేకపోతే పెద్దవాళ్ళకి అంటున్నారా? పెద్దవాళ్ళకి లేవమ్మా. లేదు పెద్దవాళ్ళకి మీకు అనుకున్నాను. Okay, so this is the proportionate changes of each other, guys. If I see this is the proportionate, how exactly this one and one to each other become each other. Okay, so January, you have a different value. Each value, if it comes to the month ID, I'm just removing the details. Otherwise, it shows this way. If I added something in the details, it will become this way. Otherwise, this visual doesn't make any sense until unless you people are aware of that. Users or business users are aware of that. So what it is showing is like, was the highest value is the rate that is August, 63 million. And next is March, 62 millions. Next is April, 57 millions. May, 54 millions. Okay. 48 millions, 46 millions, 47 millions. Okay. And 30 millions. So this is when it comes to proportionate, the box size is indicating that you're doing a highest sales. So in few scenarios, it is required, and few scenarios, it doesn't make any sense for you to go with that. But it's up to you whether you want to use that or not. Okay. So this is the visual which indicates the data by its basically by its nested rectangles. Okay. One more time is sales contribution by product, sub product, and all things will come in these scenarios only. Okay. Right. So any questions on this, guys?
No.
Need we go to the table and matrix values as well. Okay.
I have a
So-
doubt. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, if we get data, so how should we know which table we want to use?
What is your requirement?
So actually, if I get any data for them,
No,
I mean any company or
Madhava, if you
something.
get
Yeah.
the data, you don't create visuals, Madhava. I told you several times. If you get the data, you don't do anything with the data until unless you got the requirement.
Okay.
What is your client requirement? I have a tables with me, man. I have a bunch of the data outside. What I have to do with that? What
No,
is users
actually, I have
requiring?
created a pie chart yesterday,
Uh-huh.
so I will show you once.
Yeah,
So which,
sure. After this session, we'll discuss. But what
yeah,
was
yeah.
your requirement?
Okay,
What
okay.
you want to show there?
No.
Okay,
Actually,
that
you were
is
saying
all the
that.
time. I told you previously as well, when I am doing these changes, right? My
Yeah.
requirement, I used to read you to people. Like if you come here, I wanted to show the data by month on month.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Okay.
my regular sales service, that is my requirement. My
Okay.
users wants to my business required that requirements. So
Okay.
that's how exactly this works.
Okay.
Okay. So without requirement, never try to build any reports. This is the first thing, no, first session I told you. Without a requirement, you have to understand as a developer. First, you
Yeah.
have to understand where your contribution is going. That is
Okay.
very crucial, guys. Where your contribution is going. Okay. How exactly
Okay.
your contribution is happening. Like I am spending 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours on that. But whether it's a proper requirement or not, whether it's a business justification is there or not. Without that, it's kind of like there's a, okay, this might be help. This might help is not our work. That has to be work. Okay.
So I am
That
saying,
has to be help.
if we get any requirement from this, which table we want to use.
That's
That is,
based on the requirement. That's what I'm saying. What is your
yeah.
requirement? For example, that I
Yes.
got a sales data. People asked me to show me the data. I have a 20 agents. I need 20 agent sales on this month. I'll use the
Yeah.
bar charts or column charts. No, boss, last 6 months, show me the entire team level performance. I'll use the line chart. No, I have a two teams. I have one team is the 5 people, one team is 6 people. Let me give the comparison between these two teams. How many people is doing how much percentage? If I got the 1 lakh sales, these two teams, what's the contribution? To go with the pie charts and donut charts.
Okay.
It's based, that's what I'm saying. It's based on your requirement. The day one, our class is how to handle the requirement. Okay. I think you forget it. Go back and cross it. The requirement
Yeah.
is our key. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me go to the table and matrix here. We'll finish these 5. Okay. Then we'll take questions.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right. So the table is basically display the detailed data in tabular format. If people are aware of this, right? This is my table. If I wanted to use this table, like this is my table, how it is looks like. If I can simply ask to add the data here. Okay. This is the tabular format. Okay, so one way you can add simply, there is a no rows columns divided here. Okay, simply you have to use the continuously this one by one column as well only. Okay, this is the table. And if I go to the matrix you have separately rows and columns. If I added my item ID in the rows, the look will be different. You can see this. This is the column and this is the rows. Okay. Location ID, month ID in the columns. You can use this month ID in the column, remove from the month ID here. You can see this data, how it is looks like. This is item ID, this is by month. So you can see that two-dimensional data, one is a column, one is a rows in the matrix. And if it comes to the table, there's only one-dimensional data that is by column level, the top level. Okay, these are two basic differentiations. Everybody knows of it. Okay, if not, please let me know. This is the table. I'm telling, repeating. Table is the only single-dimensional data, and this matrix is the multi-dimensional data. Okay, remove this. Data by columns and rows are only columns. Okay, right. So next one is that any questions on this one, guys? Very basic, right? Yeah. Harika, anyone saying anything?
No.
Cool. So map is like represent the data, give the data by, basically give the data, okay, by, for example, if you have a state in the US, 51 states, and you are a US based company, and that is just going with exactly, okay, what sales is happening in which state, how many states people are liking our project, how many states people is not aware of our project, how many state people is not liking our projects. So you want to get that, go for the map and show that if they're liking in the green, if they're not liking it's a red, if if they okay or they're not aware it's a purple like something. If you see the Corona time, this was a huge. The map visuals are highly in peak. That usually wherever is Corona, that is to be red. Wherever there is no Corona, it is to be green. If you are aware of that, right? That's the map visuals. Present the data by location. Okay, by location, if you want to present the data, it will be like map. So if you can see, this is the maps you have. One is that overall global map and the separately that US map. Okay, this is the US map, field map is, and this is the global map. Okay, next one is that cards. The cards and KPI, two things you have. Okay, cards is like if you want to do, you can see this is right. 1, 2, 3 is my card. Card is like one thing that you want to only show one value. What is my sales? That's it. Okay, there's no particular filter. No, only one. So what is my sales? 30 millions, 40 millions, 50 millions happy. But if we keep one filter by month, filter by something, that you can do that. But only single value, single metric or value. Card and that is a basic understanding of cards. The KPI is compare the goals against the target. Key performance index. KPI, remember guys, key performance index. For example, you wanted to achieve 90% of success rate in this month, but you achieved only 89. How can you show that? If I show 89%, you don't know the target, right? So what I do, I'll show the KPI visual to you. The KPI visuals, sorry, the KPI visuals, one second. So this is my KPI visuals, whether you're going top, I don't have any values related to, increasing or decreasing. This is a trend axis. How this is exactly is trending and all. You can add the location IDs, my target, something I can do it here, but it's not allowing me to do it. Like you are in the good, okay, green, black, blue. Okay, when the real time, data is there, then it will make sense. Okay, this is the KPI visuals for me, where you can see red and greens, both the buttons here. If you are in increasing state, a decreasing state, a flat stage, you can see this is the one. The goal is particularly plus or minus per 10%, which is not make sense. This data doesn't make any sense actually. I just dragged it. But if you want to show your percentages by target by percentage, or you want to track that how it is going on, then compare actual goals with the target value. That's a KPI. Card is like single value. Card is a single value and shows the actual target value. Actual and target value is KPI. Okay. Next is the waterfall. The waterfall is like show the cumulative changes in the values. For example, January, show the cumulative values, guys. Show cumulative values. If your people is not aware, what is a cumulative? Anyone can explain what is a cumulative? Yadu, Harika, do you know what is cumulative exactly? Cumulative means adding stage by stage values. For example, you have a January 10 sales are there. February, you have 12 sales. When it comes to the February, your total sales is 22. That is your cumulative value. Only February, it's a 12. The complete January and February, the complete year sales, like something you told, there's a cumulative value of the 2 months is 22. March, if it comes 32. April 42. It means that March only 10, April only 10 is happened. So the waterfall is shows like that. Okay, this is the this is the waterfall one. You can see 1 month, then after next month, then after next month, and if it is decreased, next down, and next month it's again down. Whether it's increasing or decreasing doesn't matter. Okay, it has to be very clean way. Okay, so for example, if I add this month in the categorical value, okay, and the sum of the gross amount in the breakdown value, and reporting period ID in the y-axis. Look at this. This is how month on month or year on year or ID by ID, something you can go in. It will sum up and it will goes to certain position over there. Okay, in simple terminology, as I told you, right? Go to the cumulative month on month, add up the values. If you want to show individual, no individual. What is a March sales? No, you don't need a. If you want to show them like that, and you go to the bar chart. But if you want to cumulatively show that, I don't need month wise, man. I need month yearly targets. Have a yearly target. Complete 2024. What is my sales? Maybe I can achieve my sales in 6 months only. Why do I have to, target a monthly basis? I'll target yearly basis. So like that, then the waterfall is the right value. It is a cumulative value for you. Okay. Next one is a funnel chart. Funnel charts is like a represent the stages in the process. Represent the stages in the process. So what exactly the stages is looking at exactly. Okay. Sales pipeline, website visuals, how many websites, for example, Google is there. How many people are coming to your particular websites and how exactly these are going on. So these all things will come into the funnel chart. Okay. Funnel is like from top to bottom or bottom to top. Anything you can do it. This is a top to bottom and bottom to top. Okay. Represent the stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, like that. If you can represent the stage, what is highest value? I'm just adding this one and the report sum of gross margin amount here like this. Okay. You can see this data stage by stage. Like this month wise doesn't make any sense, guys. For example, let's assume you have a 4 stages. Okay, you planned quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 as a 4 stages for me to develop something. So what is a quarter 1? What is a quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4? How you are changing it for each one from top to bottom. If you see, this is the 42.5% and this is the 100%. The top one has to be completed 100% because your work has to complete there. The 4th quarter, your work has to complete it. So what it shows, the first quarter you completed 42.5%. The second quarter, how much it has to be completed? 84.5%, like something, right? So how exactly you are progressing by stages level, not the month, not the day. I'm just giving an example for you. By each stage, how you designed your process, based on that, you're going to be calculated your particular, okay, funnel charts. Okay. Any questions on this, guys? I know you just need to go through all the visuals one more time. Please go through that. Okay. And if you have any doubts, you can write down and come to me. For now, any questions? I'm just giving in the idea to you.
No.
No.
Okay. Cool. Right.
I will
Tomorrow we're
share
going to
my
be.
screen. Yeah.
Sorry, Madhur, come again.
I will share my screen to you.
Please go ahead. Please do it. Let me stop the recording.